Vitamin B6 plays an important yet frequently overlooked role in regulating hormonal balance, particularly in women, where it can significantly influence estrogen metabolism, mitigate premenstrual symptoms, and support reproductive health more broadly. Though it is neither a hormone nor a direct modulator of endocrine glands, B6 works behind the scenes in the enzymatic pathways that metabolize steroid hormones like estrogen and progesterone. This quiet involvement allows B6 to buffer against the hormonal swings and imbalances that underlie conditions such as PMS, estrogen dominance, and even mood instability tied to the menstrual cycle. And yet, despite these wide-reaching effects, it is rarely prioritized in women's health protocols, which tend to rely heavily on synthetic hormonal solutions like oral contraceptives, HRT, or mood-stabilizing medications. One of B6's key functions in hormone regulation lies in its ability to influence the activity of hepatic enzymes responsible for conjugating and breaking down estrogen. Estrogen must be properly metabolized by the liver to avoid recirculation and buildup, a condition commonly referred to as estrogen dominance, where estrogen levels are disproportionately high relative to progesterone. This imbalance is associated with symptoms such as bloating, irritability, breast tenderness, and heavy or painful periods. B6 enhances the clearance of excess estrogen, promoting a more favorable estrogen to progesterone ratio. By supporting the phase 2 liver detoxification pathways, notably glucuronidation and sulfation, B6 aids in the transformation of estrogen into water-soluble forms that can be excreted, helping to keep hormonal levels in physiological balance. In practical terms, this means B6 can alleviate many symptoms that are commonly accepted as normal parts of the female cycle, but which are, in reality, signs of subtle hormonal dysregulation. Clinical studies and anecdotal reports alike suggest that B6 supplementation in doses ranging from 50 to 100 milligrams daily can reduce the intensity of premenstrual syndrome, PMS, symptoms, including mood swings, anxiety, fatigue, irritability, and even cravings. In fact, B6 has been shown to be comparably effective to some pharmacologic treatments for PMS, but with a much gentler side effect profile. Nonetheless, this low-cost, evidence-backed intervention is rarely front and center in gynecological care, likely because it does not offer the profit potential or immediate control that pharmaceuticals do. Beyond its impact on estrogen metabolism, B6 also indirectly supports progesterone synthesis. It serves as a cofactor in the biosynthesis of neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine, both of which influence the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian, HPO, axis that regulates the menstrual cycle. Improved neurotransmitter balance can reduce the perception of stress, which in turn helps maintain healthier levels of progesterone, often the first hormone to decline under chronic stress or aging. Because of this link, B6 can stabilize emotional fluctuations that are often misattributed solely to hormonal causes, but are actually a blend of both endocrine and neurochemical imbalances. Oral contraceptives, used by millions of women worldwide, create another dimension of B6 relevance. These drugs are known to deplete B6 levels, particularly its active form PLP, by interfering with absorption and increasing hepatic breakdown. Ironically, while many women are prescribed hormonal contraceptives to manage PMS or acne, they may simultaneously be exacerbating a nutrient deficiency that contributes to the very symptoms the drugs are meant to treat. This sets up a loop in which the root cause, subclinical nutrient depletion, is never addressed, and women remain dependent on synthetic hormones for symptom control. Supplementing with B6, particularly for those on hormonal birth control, may help reduce side effects like mood instability and energy fluctuations, yet it's rarely included in standard care. The marginalization of B6 in women's health also stems from a broader tendency in conventional medicine to downplay nutritional interventions, especially when dealing with hormonal conditions. Because vitamins don't offer patent protection or predictable profit margins, they tend to be under-researched and under-promoted. Meanwhile, the complexity of female hormones, fluctuating not just monthly but across decades, means that solutions like B6 are often overlooked in favor of more dramatic or marketable interventions, despite their simplicity and efficacy. This gap between evidence and practice continues to deny many women a gentler, more sustainable option for hormonal balance. The benefits of B6 are not limited to reproductive years. Perimenopausal and postmenopausal women, too, can benefit from its mood-stabilizing and hormone-modulating effects. As estrogen levels decline and hormonal rhythms flatten out, many women experience new-onset anxiety, irritability, or sleep disturbances. These symptoms are often met with antidepressants or sleep aids, yet they may partially reflect a drop in neurotransmitter activity that could be supported through optimal B6 intake. Additionally, the decline in liver function and increased oxidative stress associated with aging make B6's role in detoxification and neurotransmitter synthesis even more important in this life stage. In sum, B6 is a remarkably versatile and underappreciated ally in women's hormonal health. Its ability to assist in estrogen metabolism, support progesterone balance, regulate neurotransmitters, and reduce PMS makes it far more than a supporting vitamin. It's a critical part of the hormonal orchestra. However, its effects are slow, subtle, and deeply biological, which makes them less appealing in a medical landscape focused on quick fixes. But for women seeking to restore balance without relying entirely on synthetic hormones, B6 offers a promising and empowering route: quiet, affordable, and biologically wise.